going on, guys? Today I'll be building stairs up to my loft. Alright guys, so of course I went ahead and designed the stairs in CAD. I did this just to make sure all my measurements were correct. Obviously it's not completely necessary to do this, but this is the first stair set I've ever built, so I figured I would make sure it's going to work out. So the basic measurements I'll be using, I've got an 89¼ inch total rise, and so I'm going to split it up into 10 treads. And I'll be using 2x10 for the treads, which is actually 9¼ So each run is 9¼ and each rise is about 8 1/8. And this works out to have about a 41.25 degree angle on the stringers. And I'm going to do this with a pretty simple construction using outer stringers, which are also 2x10s, and then this treads will actually sit inside. And I'll show you how I plan to support each tread on the real thing. Here's how it's going to look with the rest of the loft and ramp. So you can see it does hang over 6 more inches. So I plan on adding another plate to the last floor joist here to support the stringers. And I'm going to have to box this section out a little bit as well so I can add a little bit more flooring to the top landing. In general, this should be a pretty simple construction. I'm going to try to get connector hardware for the top of the stringers and also use some angle brackets to attach the stringers to the floor down here. So now I've just got to go buy some more wood so we can get started. All right, guys, we've made some great progress on the stairs. Started out by cutting the stringers, the bottom angle and also the top angle. And then from there, I marked all of them for where each tread will sit. And then we cut out all of these tread supports. These are 2x3s. And then we secured those in with 3 nails on each one. So those sit under each tread. And then we also went into the side of each tread with the strong structural connector screws. And I mounted up the extension plate, which is a 2x10, and I actually used 3 3/8 inch by 4 inch bolts with washers on both sides, and there's a nut on the back side. And then for securing the stringers to that plate, I used these straps, which are made for stringer attachment. They basically, you can nail them on the bottom and the sides, if I can see it, yeah. And you can basically bend them to whatever angle you need. Here you can see the nuts on the back side, which attaches the extension plate. And then I also added an angle bracket out here to add some additional support. I also then added some angle brackets to attach to the concrete, both stringers there. And they feel super solid so far, absolutely zero flex. So next up, I'll be building this little side extension structure. I think I'm gonna go straight out and then do like a 45-degree angle into the header board. And then I'll need to cover all that up with some more OSB subfloor. And then once that's done, the last step will be painting. Now I've got the side extension structure all finished up. I basically used a 2x10 here straight, and then I went in at a 45-degree angle here with another 2x10. So where they come together, I cut them both to 22.5 degrees. You can kind of see there. So they meet up nicely. And then on the inside, I've got a couple L brackets there attaching the outside 2x10. And I also have 2 L brackets here to attach the smaller 2x10 to the larger one. And then I did put one little cross piece in here. I used some normal floor joist hangers to secure that. And then I found this nice 45-degree hanger. I used some normal nails where I could, but then on the inside where there's limited room, I used the structural connector screws, and I also added 2 of those screws up here as well. And up on top, I used some more 3/4 inch OSB subfloor, and that is tongue and groove, so I was able to pound it into the rest of the loft. And I also needed to add this little strip as well, and I screwed and glued that piece in since it's so small. And then I got to painting everything. I did paint most of the underside of the stairs too, just because it is so visible. And to kind of match the ramp, I did the treads the lighter gray and the inside of the stringers lighter gray, but then the outside and top of the stringers, I did the darker gray. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Let me know what you think of my new stairs. For being the first time I ever built stairs, I'm really happy with how they came out. They seem super strong, and I think they look pretty cool as well.